Hi guys, it's Kyla. So today Miss Denise asked me to make a video for you guys so you would have a craft to do at home, and I thought we could make paper flowers. So the first couple things you'll need are a book. I'm using an old book that I read last year for my schoolwork, so I don't need it anymore, and I have a copy of it if I do that I wrote in. So this one I'm using because it can recycle the paper and I don't just have to throw it out. And then you're also going to need a ruler. Any ruler will do. Scissors. You can find tissue paper around your house. I'm using some old Christmas tissue paper. It's green and red and sparkly. Any tissue paper will do. Some people like to use coffee filters. You can use coffee filters. You just have to flatten them out first. And then you need pipe cleaners if you have them. If you don't, you can just staple the flower together, or you can use a clothespin, but the pipe cleaners work a bit better. Okay, to start you're going to need to cut or tear out your pages in a book that you are allowed to use, or a magazine. Again, it doesn't really matter. Just some sort of paper that you can use. And then you want to measure it lengthwise because that's going to be the smaller part. So mine is about 13 inches lengthwise, 13 centimeters lengthwise. And then you're going to take your ruler and move it to the other side. So that way you can make a mark and make this, like that. So I have a little mark at 13 centimeters, so I can cut this into a square. And then you're just going to cut the papers. You can cut them all at once or one at a time, doesn't really matter. I just found that it's easier to cut all at the same time because the pages are a little bit thinner, it's easier to do. So I have a 13 centimeter by 13 centimeter. Yours might be different. If it is, that is totally okay. Each book is going to be slightly different. So now we're going to take our tissue paper and make 13, I'm going to make 13 by 13 squares. You can make whatever your book has. So whether that's 14 by 14 or 6 by 6, whatever it is. Mine's also in centimeters. I don't know what that translates to in inches. So whatever that is for you, go ahead and make that on your tissue paper. And you're going to want to make quite a few. So I have a line going lengthwise for 13 centimeters. And every 13 centimeters, I'm going to make another mark. And then if I can find scissors, I'm going to cut up. And it doesn't at all have to be perfect. It's a little bit better if it's not a perfect line because flowers are not generally straight in nature, but if you want to make it straight, you can. And then we cut every 13. So I have a 13 by 13 square. Again, yours might be different. It's just whatever your book was. And mine happened to be about 4 pages of 13. So you can use up to 3, no less than 3, but probably no more than 5 layers. So what you want to do is you want to do page on the bottom, and then a tissue paper, and then okay. So page on the bottom, layer in tissue paper, another book of your page of your book, another tissue paper, page of your book, and tissue paper, page of your book, and tissue paper. So if you started with a book on the bottom, you want to end with a tissue paper on top. If you started with a tissue paper on the bottom, you want to end with a book on top. I put my book on the bottom because that was the style that I liked a bit better, but you can put tissue paper on bottom, you can do whatever you would like. And now comes the slightly more complicated part. You want to fold it in accordion style. So you're going to line everything up so that it's all in one, and take it, so you pull it back, and you want to be able to do this about 6 times. So I folded it like this, and then after you folded it down this way, you're going to flip it and fold it the other way. So I've now folded this way, and then I flipped so it folds this way. And you're just going to keep doing that until you run out of space. And again, try and get it about 5 to 6 times if you can. If not, that's totally okay. It just helps make the petals a bit easier. Okay, now that we've gotten our little accordion, you can either take a pipeline or a stapler. I'm going to use a pipeline just because my stapler isn't that big. If you have to use a stapler, you just staple it right in the middle, but going this way, so it's going to go this way across the paper. I'm going to use a pipeline. So if you're using the pipeline, you're going to pull it in half, and then grab your little accordion flower and slip it underneath. And you want to go about to the middle. So this is what mine looks like. You like that, and then I just twist so that way it'll stay. And to make it just look a little bit nicer, I twist this a little bit and pull it up to the top. So it looks like that. Now you want to spread these apart, and this is why having a thinner book or magazine or some sort of paper is going to work out for you, just because it's going to be easier to pull apart and it'll be a bit better. So you want to start and you just pull them apart. So I always start with top layer and go down, just because I find that's easiest, but you can work top to bottom, middle out, whatever you want to do. So now that I have one side pulled all apart, you just want to, you can do it after you've done both sides. I find it easier to do it after you've done one and then just make adjustments. You're just going to want to pull it out to however you like it. So I'm going to pull mine out like this. So now it looks a little bit more like a flower. And then you do the same exact process on the next side. And once you've done both sides, I like to just go around and kind of fix it up a little bit so it looks a little bit more even. And once you've done that, you have your paper flower. These can be used as anything. You can make a few of them and do a little paper flower bouquet. You can do them in different colors. You can do whatever you'd like. They're good to give to parents or siblings. You can use them as a bookmark in your books, as a cute little placeholder. You can attach a pen to the bottom of it. You can do whatever you would like with them. Yeah, thank you for joining me on this, and I hope you liked the craft. Thank you.